Hello friends, welcome to Tuesday, where you get to choose your level of awesomeness, and on a scale of 0 to a 10, I reckon that you guys are 100. I'm just saying, in terms of fabulousness, and if you're not feeling very fabulous, go buy yourself some flowers and write a greeting card on there that says, "Dear me," being your name, you are very fabulous and you deserve these, and then you're all good, good to go. Hey Sandy, oh my gosh, it's really late. For you. Welcome to today's live. So what I wanted to talk with you about today is a little bit about what so many people get caught up in, right? And the thing that so many people get caught up on and get caught in when it comes to content creation. Now, we know that creating content can be live streams, blogs, podcasts, written blogs, vlogs, posts, text posts, images, all of these things. And I am of the firm opinion that the best way of really showcasing you and your personality is by sharing an opinion. Now, this is where people can often go I don't know how you write that in words, but a lot of people just kind of get oh shit, but what if? What if I go and share my opinion and I get slammed? What if I go and share my opinion and people don't agree? What if I go share my opinion and I cop a whole lot of backlash? I've held back in the past in sharing my opinions on different things because I'm I don't know if I know enough about this issue yet, and there are some things where it might be a little kind of almost, I don't know the word, is it pragmatic to share something or not? You really want to make a decision around whether or not you have got the almost not the case studies and the evidence, because I don't know that we need that necessarily. But it's kind of I guess, if you're wanting, I wouldn't go out and share an opinion on American politics, for instance, because I don't feel like I've got an opinion on it, but I don't really feel like I've kind of got enough stuff around me or under me to be able to go, well, actually, or even knowledge in the issue to go, well, this is my opinion and then this is why. So if we take politics out and, perhaps anything, some things are really cool to talk about, the taboo things like politics and religion. Could be if you're really particularly opinionated on it and you're well versed and you've got a whole lot of knowledge, go talk about it because it gives people an insight into you. Hey Jill. So I think the thing here is that what I've seen is that the things that we'll get, we don't necessarily want to measure engagement, visible engagement, right? Because people engage in different ways. People will engage with you by reading your stuff and not even clicking like, comment, share, they won't even do anything, but they watch. And then when they feel like they know you enough, they like you enough, and they can trust you, then go get back to work. Why are you even watching this? My husband's just jumped on. How strange. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. Thanks, babe. That's really unhelpful and really kind of funny. So, oh my God, Nicola. Opinions. Back in the zone. The reason that we want to share our opinions, that's right, religion and politics. If you've got enough around you to feel like you can go out and say, hey, this is the main issue that I have. This is why I have this issue. Why I hold this opinion. And if you feel like you've kind of got enough substance or enough gumption, right, to go in with the, this is why I believe what I believe, and this is why I have to say what I have to say, and you don't even care if people are going to come back with, different evidence or different statistics or a different argument, then, go for it. There are some things where I'm just I'm not really. If someone came back with a differing opinion stating their claim, I don't know that I necessarily know enough about it. But what's really good when we come back to business, right? So I know that you, in what it is that you're doing, right? You have got an opinion about what it is that you do. Like, we can put the other social issues aside for a moment and really focus and hone in on the stuff that you are passionate about, the stuff that you advocate for, and things like that. Jill, sharing opinions, me always. Thank you for the permission. So many advise not to. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And I think the people that advise you to not share an opinion, particularly in your industry, could be because of a couple of reasons. Like, they're trying to mitigate risk. They are often, though, like, take that out of it. A lot of the time, what they're actually trying to do is appeal to the masses, right? So that they want to appeal to the men, the women, the undefined, the non-binary. Like, they're trying to appeal to everyone. They're trying to appeal to the people who are musical, the people who are not musical, the people who are religious, the people who are not religious. When really, at the end of the day, the thing that is going to make you really resonate with your people is by sharing an opinion about your area of expertise. Now, for instance, I shared a thing yesterday where I was just like, if you like, copycatting is lazy, boring, and frankly, it's fucking unethical. And I think it's a bunch of bullshit, and it is not the sincerest form of flattery to go and copy somebody else's work. It is just downright fucking lazy and rude, actually. I also think that in this industry, because there is it's kind of like, it's a very guru industry, right? So there are a lot of people making a squillion dollars, which is totally fine, but they're also saying that the way that you have to do things is the way that I have done things, and then this is the way, right? No one, FYI, needs a funnel that has got 25,000 or even 25 steps in it. It's ridiculous. You don't need to have the landing page that says, hey, here's the free thing. And then on the next page, it says, hey, do you want to buy this thing for $7? Or there's this thing for $97. Oh, you don't want to pay $97? That's okay. Let's do 2 payments of $50. Or like, you don't want that? Okay, let's payment plan it out. You don't like this? Then how about you do this? You know, it's just a crock of fucking bullshit, in my opinion. I've seen it. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it doesn't work for most people. Right? Because often it feels icky. And if you're putting stuff out there that feels icky right from the get-go, most other people are going to feel icky when they're consuming it, right? Now, if you're just like, yeah, like, this is what we do, this is how we're doing it, and if it's really aligned, then freaking go for it. But when it comes to your industry, the thing that I'd strongly encourage you to do is share things that, number one, piss you off about your industry. What pisses you off about the way that other people do things? So I was having a conversation with a client this morning, and on a 6 o'clock call, which, you know, you guys, magic happens at 6 a.m. I'm just saying. And yes, if you go back a few years ago, if you talked to me a few years ago saying that I would be working at 6 a.m., I would be rolling around on the floor laughing, because no. But yes, magic happens at 6 a.m. and it's really awesome. However, that aside, chatting with a client this morning, and we were talking about labels. And one of the things that had come up is around dietitians, nutritionists, wellness coaches, well-being advocates, things like that. And she said, look, you know, most people, if we put one label on, they think one thing. And if they put another label on, they think another thing. And then if they put another label on, like, it makes them think something else. And she said, like, I really hate the way that, like, we use dietitians as an example. I said, I hate the way that most dietitians do X, Y, Z. And I said, well, that's freaking brilliant. So what I want you to do is go out to market and say, look, this is something that I saw that was bad and wrong in my industry, or in the way that people are trained in this industry, and this is why I'm doing things in this particular way, right? And so she was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's really great. I said, maybe like have the names in there. Like, you don't have to, like, people like to put people in boxes, right? And go, oh yeah, like, that's what they do. It just helps your unconscious mind to go, oh yeah, that's that, so that they can actually listen and hear and take in what it is that you're saying. So the things that piss you off about your industry, tie it into why that is, right? I'm also, with something that I really hate, if you go and have a look at my Instagram feed, it's a higgledy-piggledy. It's all over the place. There are some images that are created in advance and then scheduled. Like, I'm very open about that. I think it's smart use of your time. I think it's smart marketing. I think it's efficient and effective, right? But it's not one of those Instagram feeds where it's like pale, like either like hot pink, yellow, hot pink, yellow, hot pink, yellow, like where it just all the tiles are all perfect matchy. And then you've got like maybe every now and again, you've got a photo of someone coming in. I'm a huge advocate of being real, being in the moment, as well as having some things that are scheduled in. Which reminds me, I forgot to take a photo of my husband and I at the gym today. Nuts! So no morning walk photo. I'll put another photo in later of maybe coffee coaching with a client. So share the stuff that pisses you off and why, right? And why? Because that's the most important thing. It's no good just going out there saying, well, like, I think this is bullshit, and then not actually being able to say why you hold that opinion and back it up. The other thing that I really want you to do is share your opinions about the stuff that is freaking great, right? Talk about the stuff that you're advocating for. Talk about the stuff that is really amazing and awesome and your opinions about that. Like, I think it's brilliant that we have got some scheduling platforms that we can utilize so that we can create skeleton content that allows us the brain space and the freedom to be able to then go, oh, like this is happening right now, bang, let's go put that up, right? I think it's really important that we're able to do that. So share the stuff that is both activating, maybe, resourcefully activating because it gives you a soapbox to stand on, as well as sharing the stuff that is positive, because all you're doing is sharing your opinion about the bullshit, the negativity, the toxicity, the crapness that's going on. You'll end up inspiring and motivating and attracting a whole group of people who are probably angry little bunnies, who are pissed off at all of the different things, who are grumpy, angry, activated, and maybe they haven't done as much work as you that you have in your thing, right? Another thing that I think is really amazing about being able to build a business like this, it means that we can work from everywhere. I do think people promoting the laptop lifestyle is a bunch of bullshit. I mean, who wants to go and sit on the beach working on their computer and then trying to have to suck out sand using a vacuum from your keyboard or from your phone just in order to be able to do it? It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Jill, 6 a.m. What is this 6 a.m. you speak of? I know. So at the moment, I'm running a 30-day challenge and we're on, it would be 1 o'clock LA time, actually Pacific. But 6 o'clock in the morning, we do a whole group call for about an hour where we just jam on what it is that they're working through for the day, knowing exactly what their actions and activities are, and then they go set free to go do that. And of course, there's some coaching in there and some questions answered, and always journal prompts that get provided and stuff like that. So it's a whole bunch of fun, but magic happens, I tell you. And this is I used to struggle getting out of bed at 7:30. For a work day. So 6 o'clock is like, I'm loving it. It's a bit like we went to the gym this morning and I've upped my weights and a couple of things that, oh my God, my arms hurt. But it's also so good to feel so strong. So I think it's also really good to get up at 6 and then be really energized for the rest of the day until about 8 o'clock. And then I'm like, at night, not AM, at night. So the moral of the story is this. It is important to share your opinion because nothing will share your personality more than sharing your opinion. Share your expertise, share your hints and tips and things that you've learned and that type of stuff. That's really, really great. And that's really transformational in many, many instances. But this sharing of your opinions and why you hold these opinions is really crucial. Because what it does, particularly if you're telling stories around it as well, what it does is it tends to divide people. And it divides people into the camp of, you know what, I agree with you and I like your style. Or, you know what, I don't really agree with you and I like your style, or maybe it's 3 cabs, or I don't really like you and I've kind of had enough now. And then that's great, because the sooner that we can weed those people out so that they can be set free, think about it as you setting your people free, the people, not your people. Let them go find someone else that they resonate with. Let them go and find the other people on the internet that they can follow and just kind of not obsess over in a really weird stalky kind of peeping Tom way, but create the space and create the platform so that they can be I freaking love this badass, or you know what, this person is not for me and I'm going to go and do my own thing. Right, I'm going to go and find someone else. And that's really the key here. Nothing shows your personality more than sharing your opinions. So get out there, sing them from the heavens, from the rooftops, and really just freaking own it, man. Own it. The other thing that I just wanted to say on that was making sure that it's relating into your content, making sure that it's relating into your message, making sure that it is something that you can then say, so, this is how you feel about this and that's great. Go do this, right? Go do this. So go share your opinions, far and wide, and off you go. Jill, I have my new ideas for my web content calendar. Yay! Yes, you do. Go get that content out there, share your opinions far and wide, share them from that real space of knowing that you are the master of doing what you do in the way that you do it, right? Not one other person on this planet can articulate things in the way that you can. Own it, claim it, proclaim it. And then I just got I would walk 500 miles song start running through my head. Get out there and share it out into the world. All right, everybody, have an amazing day. If you need to be in this next round of the 30-day challenge, you will absolutely freaking love it. We start on Monday, and just message me if you want the information and I can let you know a little bit more about it. Off you go, everybody. Happy content creating, happy opinion sharing. And remember, the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. So go fucking share it. All right. See ya.